it's communities like this that really comprise the heart and soul of the 4th District, that make the heart and soul of Central Jersey. Decided to do this because I see communities like Bordentown and the people who live in those communities really hurting under the Bush-Smith economy. I see them really facing a middle class and working class squeeze that's been created, that's become a vice grip over the last 8 years. And what I see most of all is people I grew up with who are no longer certain that their kids are going to do better than they would in life, which was always the aspiration. Rather, they're concerned that their kids won't be able to actually do as well as they did, and that's a really sad thing. That's not what this community is about, and that's certainly not what this country is about. I think that Congress would work better. It would be more representative and more responsive if it were made up of teachers like me or like Ellen, right? If it were made up of small business owners, if it were made up of house moms and house dads, if it were made up of military folks. If it looked more like Bordentown, it would certainly be more responsive to places like Bordentown. My feeling about Chris Smith is that he is a nice guy, but after 28 years, I think we have to fundamentally ask whether the leadership that he and his party have provided have made us a stronger and more secure country, or whether they've made us fundamentally weaker and less secure. Any politician who tells you that he or she can cut the cost of gasoline or oil, that they can have it, that they can quarter it or suspend it, is simply lying to you. We can do a lot of things, but we can't change global demand. We need to get serious about investing in a renewable energy economy that frees us of our dependence on foreign oil, that helps us to conserve, that helps us to get more mileage out of our cars, that helps us to build homes that are more energy conscious, and that focuses on building renewable sources of energy that in turn create jobs for people here in places like Central Jersey. That's where we should have been investing our money, not in this war in Iraq. It's never too late to change course and do the same thing. That's something Chris Smith doesn't particularly care about or think about. That's something that I think a younger generation of folks who are running for office this year care very much about. New Jersey ranks 50th out of the 50 states in tax dollars that we send to Washington versus tax dollars that come back in spending. What we are doing is we, as New Jersey taxpayers, are subsidizing a war in Iraq that's cost almost $600 billion, at least in public money. We are subsidizing ethanol producers in Iowa and Nebraska. We are subsidizing tobacco farmers, big tobacco farmers in Kentucky. We are subsidizing projects on the West Coast and the Southwest. And yet, it's a surprise to us, right, that when it comes time to attend to our own needs, to build a new high school, say in Bordentown, or to repair our roads, say 130 and 206, which haven't been repaired properly in years, that we are suddenly out of money.